Today, in the media conference with Lal Goyal, which is brought to you by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Newsgaon Se, Samvad Sarokar News, Organ Donation India Foundation and Gyan, our endeavor is to bring to you and enlighten you with the current topic. And today is a very, very special day, and that is Mother's Day. No one will ever love you as much as your mother. A mother is she who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can take. A mother's love for her child is like nothing else in the world. It knows no law, no pity. It dares all things and crushes down remorselessly all that stands in its path. This was said by famous thriller writer Agatha Christie. It may be possible to gild pure gold, but who can make his mother more beautiful, said our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Mother's Day is a celebration honoring the mother of the family as well as motherhood, maternal bonds, and the influence of mothers in society. Every year, Mother's Day is celebrated to appreciate mothers who play an immensely important role in one's life. This special day is celebrated every year on the second Sunday of May. This year, it will be celebrated on May 9, 2021. So we are celebrating today, that is May 9th, 2021. Mothers are selfless, shower unconditional love on their children, and sacrifice all their needs for their families. Starting from feeding to teaching manners, mothers do it all. It is believed that the modern Mother's Day celebration first began in the US when a woman by the name of Anna Jarvis wanted the day to be celebrated because her own mother had expressed such a desire. When she passed away, Jarvis took up the initiative and held a memorial for her mother in the year 1908, 3 years after her death. It was done at St. Andrew's Methodist Church in West Virginia. On this day, people express their love, respect, honor, and gratitude for their mothers. She is the only one who is endowed with all the power. No creature in this world can be as powerful as a mother. She goes through unimaginable pain to give us the gift of life and never flatters. She is the most powerful epitome of love, sacrifice, and care. No one can ever replace her at any cost. Youth fades, love drops, the leaves of friendship fall, a mother's secret hope outlives them all. A famous quote by Oliver Wendell Holmes sums up the eternal significance of a mother. A mother's efforts should be recognized and appreciated every day, even when it is not Mother's Day. On this day, people all over the world celebrate the day and surprise their moms with gifts or take her out for a beautiful trip. But this year, due to pandemic, the celebration will be different. And that's why Media Conference with Lal Goyal is celebrating Mother's Day online. Mothers are the most important persons in our lives, and they put in their all to help us hone our skills and abilities and carve our personalities. Mother's Day is celebrated every year to appreciate the efforts a mother puts in her for her child. People usually give gifts, flower bouquet, etc. to their mothers to make this day special. Media Conference with Lal Goyal wishes you all a very happy Mother's Day and salute and bow down to all the mothers on the earth. क्या लिखूं अपनी माँ के बारे में? क्या लिखूं अपनी माँ के बारे में? मैं जब खुद ही उनकी लिखावट हूं. And today, to discuss and to celebrate and to give honor to the mothers on this Mother's Day, we have four mothers from different parts of the world. And I would like to invite my first guest, or rather mother. She's Dr. Rukhsana Hassan. Dr. Rukhsana Hassan is a renowned psychologist, trainer, coach, motivational speaker, special educator for early childhood education and development, a specialized counselor for the drug abusers and alcoholic with an experience of 28 years in rehabilitation center. She holds a PhD in social work and humanity from USA, postgraduate in Masters of Arts from Mysore University, postgraduate in diabetic health educator from St. John's, Bangalore, and postgraduate in human rights, New Delhi. Her second PhD from Mother Teresa University in counseling psychology. Presently, she is doing her third PhD in applied science from Rajasthan University. She completed her research in a project about CSW in Bangalore city under Women and Child Development, Government of Karnataka. She has done research about adaptive personality, child's development psychology, CDP. It was done with the Children of Observation Homes, Government of Karnataka. For the outstanding service towards humanity, she was awarded Indra Priyadarshini Award. She is the nominee of Kittur Rani Chennamma, Government of Karnataka, as the best social worker. She was awarded by Art Mantram, Bangalore, for Go Green Bangalore. She won Women's Achievers Award of N.A. Harris Foundation, Bangalore. She has presented her papers at many international conferences at Turkey, Istanbul University, and Egypt, trained teachers in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune, and all over Karnataka. She was the counselor in charge of Karnataka State Counseling Center as an advisor for the Karnataka State Minority Commission 2011-2012, and also has designed pilot projects for Government of India and Government of Karnataka. She is the founder chairperson of the first rehabilitation center. She is the first minority woman in India to have started such a unique, challenging program. She designed mobile computer and tailoring training units with the help of Ministry of Labor, which benefits for the minority girls who are denied education for various reasons. Her title is a Smiley Girl of the Town. She builds a new dawn in the darkest dusk just with positive smile. मांग लूं यह दुआ कि फिर यही जहां मिले, मांग लूं यह दुआ कि फिर यही जहां मिले, फिर वही गोद मिले, फिर वही मां मिले. Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, please. You are on mute.
Thank you, Goel.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you. Wish all the viewers and all the mothers a very, very happy Mother's Day. In fact, it is nothing new to tell Happy Mother's Day. Every morning is a Mother's Day for each one of us. So, what should I say about the Mother's Day? Are there any words to say what a mother is? Or how should I describe about my mother? It is better that I take my mother as a role model of whatever I am today. Mother's Day, every day when I get up in the morning, when I see something good or bad, I just remember my mother and I just say that, yes, I learned this from my mother. When Lal Goel told me about this, I said, this is a very emotional subject. I don't know how far I'll be able to do justice to it, because right now, maybe I'm smiling, but to say my mom is very sick, she's bedridden. Because of this lockdown and other things, we are not able to really meet each other. I am in Mangalore and she's in Bangalore. So all thanks to technology, that we are just on the digital kind of thing that, able to see my mom. That's the only thing, mother, according to me, a mother can never be described in any ways or any words, her sacrifices and the kind of trouble what she has taken, the kind of the kind of pressure, the kind of sacrifices. There are no words or there is nothing in the world, which we can repay. And I, being a mother for 3 biological children, I was, as Lal Goyal was reading, I did my research in CSW. CSW is commercial sex workers. That was the real time in when Meera Saxena was the director for women and child development. So that was the time she first gave me a project. Commercial sex workers from Mumbai were raided and they were sent to Bangalore. Then she said, I was not even knowing what was actually commercial sex workers in 1999. And then when it really came to me, and then I said, okay, let me just go and see what it is. So that was the first time when I heard the word Amma. When they told me that, I could just hear that word, and I really got connected, not as an officer, but as a mother, to understand what their problem was, why exactly they went into such a kind of field, and what made them to be those CSW. So that was the time when I said, okay, CSW, I'm going to do something for them as CSW versus CSW. Commercial sex workers versus commercial sex skill workers. CSW, CSW versus CSW. So that was the time when I decided in 1999, and I was able to do it in 2009 with a pilot project from the Ministry of Labor. So that word, Amma, that was a mother. So that was the journey where I started, becoming a psychological mother for hundreds of such children, and also to the drug addicts and the alcoholics who came to me. I would just like to say one thing about this word ma, ammi, mummy, amma. This is one word where you will reach to the heights. I had one manager from Syndicate Bank. His name was Rajendra Gupta. And he was about 52 years when he came and joined me. So he had a panic attack, and then he was addicted to some of the substance, and then he was brought to me. The moment he came to me, the only word he said, I lost my mother and I found you as my mother. To an extent, he went on to, he had a property worth about 1.5 crores. And without my knowledge, he had written the entire property, on my name. I was not knowing. Suddenly, due to a long illness, he passed away on June 10, 2014. So only after that, I could understand that, the kind of thing what he had for me, love what he had for me. And later on, when I saw this will on my name, I said, mother, the word mother, we can't express that. The kind of love what he had as a mother. But whereas, I have not given birth to him, I have not taken care of him, nothing. Only at a very small time, I just took care of him. The word mother. And when he said, she is my mother, and until my death, she will be my mother. He had also written in the will that, nobody will claim my body and nobody has any rights on it. The entire thing, whatever it has to be done, it's only my mother, Ruxana. So that is the few experiences what I have besides being a mother to my own children. Like even my kids, they started saying, okay, mommy is not only a mother for us, but she's a mother for so many. So really hats off to my children, who really said, okay, give your time to them. I really enjoyed the journey for the last 30 years. And I have been a good mother or what, but usually behind me, my children say she's an Hitler. So that's the kind of thing what, as in mother's experience, this is the experience what I can tell. And mothers are really amazing. And especially my mother, who has taught me how to stand in sun and the shade and how to be the shadow for all who have trusted me. A very, very happy Mother's Day. With this, I end my session.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Ruxana Hassan. The Mother's Day to be celebrated every moment, every day. And one more important point, she says that mother is not only for the biological mother, but for the everyone. Whosoever is coming in their contact, they all should give respect to the mother. And that is the real pleasure, that is the real respect. And she says that what mother can do, no one else can do. And that is fact. I'm sure that everyone, all our viewers who are watching today, they know the value of the mother, because the mother, the suffering of mother. Before we start the program, when I was discussing with our guest panelist, I was saying that tell me one day when the mother said, I will not be able to cook the food today because I am sick for the children. Even she is so sick, if she knows there is no other help, she will anyhow prepare the food at least for the child or the children. That is the dedication, love of a mother. Now, thank you very much, Dr. Ruxana Hassan. Although, as usual, you always have a net problem. So I feel that next time when you please join, you should see that your net should work properly. Thank you, Dr. Ruxana Hassan. Now, I would like to invite my next guest, although I have introduced, but again, I would like to introduce so that the memories can be refreshed. She is Miss Kirti Khanna. Miss Kirti Khanna is Mrs. Beautiful Smile Face of India 2020. She is the Deputy General Manager of NTPC. She is B in Electronics and Communications. She did her MBA from NTPC School of Business under mentorship of IIMA. She joined NTPC in the year 2000 as ET, posted in Control and Instrumentation in Gandhar, Gujarat. In 2003, she moved to corporate contracts in NTPC, Noida. माँ दुनिया की वह हस्ती है जिनके कदमों के नीचे जन्नत होती है. Miss Kirti Khanna, please.
A very good morning to all the audience. Honorable Lal Goyal sir, Chairman Organ Donation India Foundation, Mr. Paul sir, and the whole organizing team. I also extend my warm wishes to all the co-speakers, all the audience on this special Mother's Day. May the vibrant energy of all the mothers add a splash of joy and inspiration to each one of us. International Mother's Day is celebrated around the world to honor mothers as a motherly bond within the family. This day is an important occasion that falls on the second Saturday of May every year. I am really touched by
Second Sunday.
Second Sunday of May. And I'm really touched by Dr. Ruxana's speech. And yes, I agreed to her. Speaking on mother is a very emotional topic. Well, I also feel like what Dr. Ruxana has mentioned, that Mother Day is not to be celebrated on a single day. It is a feeling, an honor to be given to all the mothers of the universe, 365 days, 24/7, round the clock. I'll start the discussion with my self-composed lines on my Mother's Day from an article published in my NTPC Hindi magazine, which is called Vidyut Sir, back in the year 2013. And the title of my article was Prerna. My NTPC Hindi officers, Mrs. Madhu ma'am, is also an inspiration for me, who only inspired me to write. And due to Mrs. Madhu ma'am, only I have started writing. If time permits, I'll definitely share a few incidents of my article on my Mother's Day, which is a real story. And it is an inspiration to all of us. Today is my parents' anniversary also, along with this Mother's Day. So I feel honored to share this platform on this special day. माँ है मेरी शक्ति, माँ है मेरी अभिव्यक्ति, माँ ही है मेरी पहचान. माँ तुझे शत शत प्रणाम, माँ तुझे हमारा सलाम. Well, I'm also mother of two daughters who are in class 12th and class 9th. And I'm a family-oriented and sportive type of person who believes that failure are the stepping stone of success. By profession, I am an engineer, but by passion, I'm an adventurous person who is fond of traveling and playing outdoors. Also, I believe in striking a balance between my family and career both. I believe in women power and determination. And I have taught my both daughters in Taekwondo, and they are black belt holder. And they are also fond of dance, paintings, and other activities like cycling, swimming. And now they have learned cooking also in lockdown. My daughters always help me in household work in pandemic time when the country is in lockdown and there is no domestic assistance available. I wish to tell all the mothers that they should not differentiate between son and daughter, and they should teach both their son and daughter household and outdoor works equally. And for that, I'm really thankful to my mother-in-law, who never differentiated between a girl and a boy child. And because of her only, I got a caring and sharing husband. I still remember when my second daughter was born, back in the year 2007, my mother-in-law came to me and she said me that you are lucky that you are blessed by two daughters. I also believe in miracles because at the age of 6 years, I've seen my mother accident. Her 2 years, memory loss. She was into coma. She got brain hemorrhage and her recovery was not less than a miracle for my family. Who else can be a better role model than a mother? Yes, Dr. Ruxana has also mentioned, and I'll also go in the same direction. My mother's patience and dedication is worth praising. When I was 6-year-old, she met with an accident and went into coma. She lost her memory completely and was paralyzed and had brain hemorrhage. Doctors had denied that nothing can be done and only God will do some miracle. At the time, we were with 3 sisters, went to meet her from Bhopal to Gwalior because she was admitted in Gwalior. And my age was 6 years. And my youngest sister was just 2 or 3 months old. And she could not recognize any one of us. That day was the worst day in my life. I still remember. My belief in prayers has increased, and within few months, miracle happened. My father said that my mother got a second birth and her memory also came back. She did her double MA and she joined lecturership also after that in government school for English subject. And she superannuated in year 2018 as an English lecturer. My mother is my role model. She taught us never to lose heart and always to think positive and never to give up in any condition. I recently completed my executive MBA few months back as a sponsor candidate, as Dr. Lal has also mentioned, from my organization NTPC, and I have studied after 21 years of passing from engineering college. And this poem is dedicated on my mother, my inspiration. Actually, while doing MBA, I was quite overloaded and I had to teach my daughter also, who was in class 8th at that time. And also in pandemic, there was no domestic assistance. I many times was so fed up and frustrated. I thought to give up, but my mother came as an inspiration to me, and my husband and daughters too came for domestic support. So here I'll share few lines. माँ, तुम ही तो कहती थी सपनों की कोई उम्र नहीं होती, बेटियां कभी पराई नहीं होती. तुम तो ब्रेन हेमरेज और कोमा के बाद याददाश्त भी खो चुकी थी. याद है मुझे, तुम हम 3 बेटियों को भी ना पहचान पाई थी. फिर उसके बाद भी तुमने डबल MA किया, अंग्रेजी की लेक्चरर की पद पे तुमने नियुक्ति पाई. माँ, सच कहूं, आज अपनी दोनों बेटियों के साथ पढ़ने में फिर तुम्हारे आंचल की याद आ गई. जब थक जाती हूँ और लगता है हार ना जाऊं, तुम्हें याद कर कर फिर दुगनी गति से पढ़ाई शुरू कर देती हूँ. सोचती हूँ माँ बेटी का रिश्ता कितना अनोखा है, दूर रह के भी तुम मेरा सहारा और शक्ति हो माँ. Well, I would also like to share that I took initiative for crèche in NTPC, and it was the first time in NTPC history that we could come up with crèche in year 2011 with continuous efforts. It took 2 to 3 years. My many senior madams, all general managers, they have supported me. And with 3 years of support in 2011, we came up with a crèche. And that crèche was a big relief for all the NTPC working mothers, but not only for working mothers also, for working fathers also, whose wives were working in some other organizations. So that crèche is running since 2011, and really for a nuclear family where we don't have a support of grandparents, this crèche is really a blessing for all the working mothers. So I'll share a few lines of that article also, if time permits, back from the year 2014.
Can we do one thing, Ms. Khanna, that we will take up in the next round?
Yes, sir.
This, what you want to share, you can very well share in the next round.
Okay, sir.
Okay. We will take this thing. Yes.
Okay. So basically, I will just, in short, I'll say, आर्टिकल का जस्ट अ पैरा दैट मेरी माँ आंशिक रूप से विकलांग होने के बाद भी उन्होंने हिम्मत नहीं हारी और डबल MA की उपाधि प्राप्त की. माँ ने हजारों गरीब बच्चों को पढ़ना लिखना सिखाया और अपने पैरों पे खड़े होने के लायक बनाया. मैंने अपने माँ और पिता से जीवन में संघर्ष करना और कठिनाइयों से हार ना मानना सीखा है। आज हम तीनों बहनें और छोटा भाई अपने माँ और पिता को अपना आदर्श मानते हैं और आज जहाँ भी हैं उनकी प्रेरणा और आशीर्वाद से ही हैं। माँ ने हमें सिखाया कि दुनिया में कोई काम नहीं जो हम करना चाहें और ना कर सकें, बस इरादे बुलंद होने चाहिए। धन्य है ऐसी सभी माएं और उनका संघर्ष, उन्हें कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। धन्य है हमारे सबके पिताजी भी, जिन्होंने हमेशा हम सबके परिवार का उत्साह बढ़ाया और हर नारी को स्वावलंबी होने का पाठ पढ़ाया, हमें नारी होने का गर्व कराया, हमें सशक्त बनाया और औरों के लिए जीना सिखाया। इन शॉर्ट आई विल शेयर, चूंकि मेरी माँ और सासू माँ दोनों नौकरी पेशा रही, इसलिए आरंभ में हमें बच्चों की परवरिश के लिए आया की मदद लेनी पड़ी। क्योंकि क्रेच के आरंभ होने के बाद हमारी दोनों बेटियां लगभग उम्र 4 एवं 7 साल क्रेच से जुड़ गई और अपने हम उम्र बच्चों के साथ बेहद प्रसन्न रहती थी। इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है कि न्यूक्लियर फैमिली में नौकरी पेशा लोगों के लिए क्रेच से अच्छा कोई विकल्प नहीं है, और वो भी अगर आपकी कंपनी में ही हो, जहां आप एक बार सुबह एक बार दोपहर जाके अपने बच्चों को शाम को देख सकें। वहां हमारे एनटीपीसी में बहुत सारे रिक्रिएशन एक्टिविटीज भी हैं, जहां से बच्चे अपनी प्रतिभा निखार सकते हैं, तरह तरह के आर्ट्स और अलग अलग वर्कशॉप में जुड़े रहते हैं। तो मैं चाहती हूँ हर संगठन में क्रेच जैसी सुविधा होनी चाहिए, जहां बच्चों को कम से कम अपने हम बच्चों के साथ रहने का सौभाग्य मिले। So I would, due to time shortage, I would end the panel discussion with prayers for all the mothers, for their well-being, and also for those who lost their life in pandemic, as this second wave of COVID pandemic has brought out many casualties. Recently, my daughter's friend has also lost her mother, and we all pray to God that God may please give shelter to all the pure soul in His own place. So मंजिल दूर है और सफर बहुत है, छोटी सी जिंदगी की फिक्र बहुत है, मार डालती ये दुनिया कब की हमें, लेकिन माँ की दुआओं में असर बहुत है। I will also like to say, 1000 फूल चाहिए एक माला बनाने के लिए, 1000 दीपक चाहिए एक आरती सजाने के लिए, 1000 बूंद चाहिए समुद्र बनाने के लिए, पर माँ अकेले ही काफी है बच्चों की जिंदगी को स्वर्ग बनाने के लिए। सो मिलने को तो हजारों लोग मिल जाते हैं, पर माँ जैसा दोबारा कोई नहीं मिलता। सो let us all value and respect our mothers. Mother is the most valuable asset, I can say, in this universe. So happy Mother's Day to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kirti Khanna, for giving your very emotional views and the reality which you have expressed about your own mother, how she fought back from after the brain hemorrhage, and after recovery she did her MA and then she started teaching. That's a very, very remarkable thing, and really the mothers, what they can do, no one else can do. That's why there are lots of messages which says that God has, when created the lady, and when somebody asked why so much time you took, because I am making a God who will be there, and in my absence she is going to be the God for everyone. So really we know that what is the value of a mother. And thank you very much, Ms. Kirti Khanna. Definitely in the next round you can again express all other your views. We have plenty of time, because too I want to be very, very I want to confess one thing today. I am doing my show for last more than now 13 months continuously every day. I never have so much lost of words what I am today, because when I started preparing the show, I was having no words what to write about mothers. It's very, very difficult to describe a mother, because you can just feel the love and affection of mother, but you cannot put in the words. It's very, very difficult. Thank you very much, Ms. Kirti Khanna, for giving your views. Now, I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Dr. Priyadarshini. Dr. Priyadarshini is Mrs. World Supermodel 2019. Dr. Priyadarshini was crowned as Mrs. World Supermodel 2019 in a prestigious beauty pageant organized and held in Bangkok, Thailand. Dr. Priyadarshini was also awarded with the subtitle Miss Goodness Ambassador. She is professionally a doctor, running a diagnostic center, Harsha Modern Diagnostics. She is the director of Modern Medical Center and also the founder of Soulbeat Wellness, a wellness center. She is marketing the natural body products like natural face packs, hair oil, shampoo, soaps, hair conditioners, face baths, etc. She was honored with India Healthcare Award in 2018 at Delhi. She was awarded with Young Business Entrepreneur Award. She is also awarded with Sadhana Achiever Award recently. She is working for women empowerment and women health. More than 500 free health camps and health talks were organized by her in and around Mangalore. She was the president of the first Lady Lion Club Kaveri of District 317D in the year 2016-17. She is proud mother of Anna, 14 years, and Andrea, 11 years. वह माँ ही है जिसके रहते जिंदगी में कोई गम नहीं होता. वह माँ ही है जिसके रहते जिंदगी में कोई गम नहीं होता. दुनिया साथ दे या ना दे, पर माँ का प्यार कभी कम नहीं होता. Dr. Priyadarshini, please.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to all of you, all the viewers, all the panelists, and everyone, every mother of this world. It is quite emotional word, mother. I could see that for mother in the screen, and sir, while talking, we all became so emotional that we don't get any words to speak. This is the fifth or sixth panel with Lal Goyal sir, but I felt today's is a very difficult and I'm not really getting any words to speak, but I have to speak. Motherhood, they say, the most beautiful gift a God has given to a woman. She comes as a girl, she comes as a daughter, she comes as a wife, mother, then mother-in-law. But every stage, she has to go through a different phase. But the most beautiful phase is mother. I'm proud mother of 2 daughters. Today morning, when my daughters wished me Happy Mother's Day, I said, if I am a good mother, it's because of few people. Every mother is someone who we can't replace them with anyone, because if we are here today, whatever achievements we have done, whatever struggle we have done, whatever we are today, it's because of our mother. In very difficult situation, if we remember our own mother, we can achieve anything. So she is a strong force. As God has sent mother, so we are so protective. If mother is there or not, so many of them have lost their mother, still mother is there, but they are blessing what she keeps on her children or a daughter or son is always, it protects us every stage of our life. My mother is with me. Whenever I need any support, any guidance, the first thing I remember is my mother. If I speak to her, I feel yes, whatever she guides me, that is the final. I don't take anyone's decision. That is the one thing I feel the best decision of my life is being, or in any of my confusions, any of my, critical situations, when I go to my mother, if my mother guides me, that I felt the best advice given by my mother. And of course, every mother, I don't think any mother, as sir said, can just, no, I can't do anything for you, my children enough, I'm tired or I'm sick. So such thing never comes to a mother, because she can never think of it. It is highly impossible. Even, whatever situation she goes through, but she don't want to leave her children and, just enjoy herself. I can't do. Whenever I go for a function, if I'm not able to, if my children are at home, I'm not even able to eat, a small piece of thing. I remember them, what they must be eating at home. So that is what every mother feels. I don't think it's only my emotions. Maybe everyone feels it, right? That is what we are. The emotions, it is so difficult for me. I don't know what to speak, because, Rukhsana ma'am has, she completely put me in the particular scenario where I became completely emotional. I was very sure I won't be able to speak, because this particular word is so sensitive, so emotional. It can't be explained with any of the words. There are mothers during these COVID situations, they are going through lots of difficulties. See, I tell you one thing, kids are at home. Some women are into jobs. They have to see the household thing. They have to manage their children. They have to go for their job. But the priorities, what I have seen is many of my friends leaving their job, they gave a priority to their children. They are not worried much about their finance. If they bring good children, bring them up, that is a great asset, they say. So many of them have lost their job. for taking care of the children during the online classes. What the sacrifice other can do. This is the great sacrifice, isn't it? That's where the mother is someone very, very special. And I wish each and every mother here and whoever is there a great Mother's Day. And every day is a Mother's Day. Only thing is we have to respect a mother. We have to give importance. We have to feel what she feels. We have to know what she wants. We have to see what is her weakness, what are the problems she's going through. So in that way we can support a woman or a mother. We have to really take care of her health. She's going through lots of stress in this COVID situation. She may not be expressing it, but she must be going through lots of challenges, difficulties. But for her children are the most important things. And I wish everyone a great Mother's Day, and be always happy, positive. If we are somewhere shook or weak, then whole thing is it's going to crumble. We have to be very strong. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Priyadarshini. I can understand the emotions, and I know that you are a very good speaker. Being a Mrs. World, you know how to speak. You never have a fear of speaking. And but today, yes, it's a very, although it's not an emotional day, we are to celebrating. But the topic is such. And when you are mentioned about the mother, the old mothers, and how they are facing problems during the COVID time, one of my program when I was doing, one of the panelists, she says she is working for the old homes, old age homes. So I was thinking that she is doing. So I asked, so you are serving there, you are going there, you are just taking care of them. She says, no, I am counseling every parents, all the children, not to send their children to the old age home. In India, we have seen today that people are sending their parents. Why? When we are talking about mother, we forget that when the mother was sick, when she's tired, whatsoever, she never gave a chance that you cook yourself or you do whatsoever you want. I will not serve you the dinner or the lunch. Now, when they can do it, we can't. We have no such type of humanity that we cannot keep our mother with us. But anyway, life is like this. Thank you very much, Dr. Priyadarshini. Yes, really emotional for me also. I never become so emotional in all my shows, but today, and when you remember your, after all, mother, everyone mothers, whosoever, whatsoever anybody claims that I'm so strict, my heart is of stone and I'm very strong, he cannot be that strong when he or she just think about the mother. Thank you very much, Dr. Priyadarshini. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Miss Sheena Juneja Bambri. Miss Sheena Juneja Bambri is a homemaker at London, UK. She worked as travel consultant in UK's biggest travel company, Southall Travel, for 7 years, then left her work to look after her kids. She is the proud mother of daughter Charvi Juneja Bambri, age 17 years, and son Mayan Juneja Bambri, age 8 years. इस बात से अभी तक कई इंसान अनजान हैं, इस बात से अभी तक कई इंसान अनजान हैं, मां सिर्फ मां नहीं एक वरदान है. मिस शीना जुनेजा बामरी, प्लीज.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day, first of all, to everyone out there. Same like everyone, I'm really short of words because it's really a sensitive word, mom. Ma means for me and maybe for everyone, world. Puri dunya ek hi cheez mein, that's mom. So God, as even Lal Goyal sir said, that God cannot be everywhere, so he created mom. Behind every successful person, the inspiration is just the mother. People say it's wife or this or that. No, it's just the mother. She does everything to please to each and every person, every member of the family. And in lieu of that, she doesn't want anything. She just wants your love. She's the only creator of the world. Where the God bows, he says, yes, she's the one. I can't be there, so she's the one. No mother, where there's no mother, there's no family. No family, no society. No society, no country, no word, and no existence of human being. Mom, ma, mommy, these are the many names. But what the same is love. As long as we enter the world till we do not die, we play many relationships in our lives. Some are just for a while, some cheat us, but then some leave us. But the only one who is with us is our mom. Every mother should be given a proper respect, and she should be praised for all the work and sacrifice she made for us, basically. She has done everything for our children, and now it's our time to discharge our duties towards her. She's the one who supports us, sustains us wholeheartedly. Our mother is one of the most significant persons in our life. The relationship we share with her is beyond any words. She shows us the right path, following which we can achieve everything, whatever we deserve in our lives. And as Dr. Priyadarshini said, when mom says, whenever you're in trouble, you just call your mom and says, yes, mom, this is the one. And she's the one who guides us. And each and every word comes from her. We just feel like, yes, whatever she has said, that's the perfect God words. If we'll follow that way, that would be the best thing will ever happen to us. I mean, that's the very correct thing that will happen to us. There's no ups and downs in her words. It's just, yes, she said it. That's the best for me. And for me, my mother is the closest person. She does anything and everything. She supports me, even when as a teenager, when I was child. I never had a fight with her. I was the only one who shared every single thing with her, and she was the one who supports me. She never said no. I don't know, but she never said no. Even as a teenager, when I was wrong, she used to say, okay, just do this, but this is okay. Try not to, but it's fine. When my kids come and say, when Nani doesn't say no to you, why you're the only one who says no? Same like Dr. Rukhsana said, she's a Hitler. Even my kid says the same thing, that I'm a Hitler. It's just because I cannot be like my mom. She is so perfect, epitome of love, everything. God bless her and everyone in the world, the mother, a very good health, long life, and bless us with their love and support. This is what I can say. And the last, I would like to say, मैं जो भी मांगू दे दिया कर, ए जिंदगी तू भी मेरी माँ के जैसी बन जा. Because this is what I have got from my mother, and I expect a very happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, and expect that their unconditional love to be with us, their blessings to be with us always and always. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sheena Juneja Vamri. And I'm sure, although it's too early in London, it's almost 6:30 or so right now, 6:45, but it's too early. But when I talked to her and when I said that this is the topic, she says, but it's a Sunday, and Sunday you want me to come on your show at 6 o'clock in the morning. It means I have to wake up at 5 o'clock. I said, yes, but it's Sunday. I said, this is a Sunday, only the day when you will get the time. And she says, yes, that's true. But then she said afterwards, what I'm going to speak. This is the first time I'm speaking. I said, don't worry, the words will come. And today, the way you have spoken, the emotions you have given, I am sure your mother, and she's watching your show, don't worry about that. And when she's going to see that how you are expressing your views, definitely your mother, your children, and all others will get that inspiration. They understand what are the feelings, and that's why it is very, very important. I will tell you, Dave, yesterday only, I did a show on World Red Cross Day. And on one panelist, General Chaturvedi was there. He told me that on the show, he said, I subscribe two newspapers, one in English and one in Hindi. Not a single line is mentioned about Red Cross Society or Indian Red Cross or World Red Cross Day. While everybody knows in this pandemic, and especially in India now, in the second wave, all the foreign aids which are coming from all the countries, including UK and everywhere, they are all routed through Indian Red Cross Society. They are playing a very, very important role. And that's what it is, an eye-opener for me. I said, but I am doing it because I feel that we should recognize what General Chaturvedi says, then why the other media people are not highlighting it. And that is why we are losing. Few people says, no, it is nothing. Mother's Day is nothing but it's a commercial day started for the want of selling some greeting cards, etc. We are not selling any greeting cards. It's a love and affection. You are showing your real love and affection. And this is going to give a inspiration to all the young generation. They should also understand. Today, they may differ with you. Today, they may say you Hitler, but the day will come when they realize that what you have done for them, it is for their benefit, not for your benefit. Thank you very much, Ms. Sheena Juneja Vamri, for
Thank
giving
you so much.
such a good views and emotional views. I'm sure next time when you will come on our show, you will be able to speak. Although I know that everyone can speak more, but it's very, very difficult to speak on such an emotional thing because everyone is connected. It's not that the one is connected, everyone is connected. Without mother, as you rightly said, no family, no society, no country, no world. Same thing. Everyone has to pay their respect, love. And those who have their mother, they are very lucky. Change their mindset right now. If you have your mother, whether she's old or whatsoever, whether you must see to it that she must get the care. Before I was, just to start shows, somebody sent a message to me and he said that you are doing this show. There is a case in one of the place in India where the children locked the mother because they had a fear that the mother is suffering from COVID. And they locked and they ran away from the house. But the daughter, when she came to know, she called the police, she called the neighbors. They broke the lock. They take out the mother. The mother was found a negative test. But just think of those children, how they can live like this. Can they leave their child like this today?
I think now these days we should have to tell our kids what goes around comes around.
But
they should think of this thing. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, my question, although it's very difficult to ask any question, but I'm asking because the format is like this to Dr. Rukhsana Hassan. Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, this incident which I just mentioned to you is not one incident, not isolated, it's happening. And do you think the morals of the society has changed, the mindset has changed, the values have changed? What we have seen in values in our grandmother, the mother, now those shift is there, or this is nothing but a generation gap. When today's generation will become the mother or the grandmother, they will have the same thing what today's the mothers are facing, that but children are saying Hitler, although they are also not saying it, they are also loving mother. Whenever there is a problem, the child always runs to the mother, not to the father. But what do you think? Because you are a counselor, you deal with so many people, you have done with the sexual worker also, and you have commercial sex worker also, and you have seen their mental condition also. So what you found, or what is your experience, whether there is a shift in the mindset or there is no shift? It is like this from generations to generation. People will criticize their parents, their upbringings, but when they become parents, they realize that the parents was right, but the children are wrong. And the same thing happening. Dr. Rukhsana, please.
It's a very valid question what you have asked, whether the children, it always, the thing is like that, the values which you build in the child, that's more important. Like whatever incident you have seen, I have personally handled such situation. And now you can see the rise in India, the children, who are putting their parents, especially the father and the mother, in old age homes. When they come to leave, we'll ask, what is the reason? No, my wife is not willing to stay with her. Or daughter, usually it is not the daughters. Usually, even if it is the daughter is the one who is going to come and take the mother and take care of the mother. Here, one thing what we have to understand, a mother who takes care of 5 to 6 children, even if she has lost her husband, she sacrifices her life for the children. But these 6 children are unable to take care of one mother. So this is a very, saddening situation. I can see even in my own circle, in my own families, in my own societies, everywhere it is there. What we are lacking is build up the moral values, build it up now before it is too late. Like no doubt my kids or people around me, whoever, think that I'm their mother, they tell me, yes, she's very strict. But over a period of time, they say, yes, she's the goddesses. So from an Hitler to goddesses, it is you who are going to build up. It is you who are going to build up the values and say, yes, this is what I was trying to tell. Don't be a Hitler for all the time, where they'll start hating and they'll build up. Of course, my mother, she was a very strict mother. Like I still remember that if you don't get up at the time where you have to get up, there was no breakfast for us. And we had to go to school without breakfast. So that was the kind of punishment what we had. But those days, it was very difficult for us to say, yeah, my mom is this. But when I became a mother, I understood why she did this stuff, what made her to do this. Because of those values, today I'm able to manage such a huge organization, such different personalities, like especially the kind of personalities what I have seen, addictive personality, commercial sex workers, orphanages, visiting the orphanage, and physically and sexually abused children. When I see all these things, I always, just say, thank God, that I lived with my mother. My mother taught me this tolerance. My mother taught me these values. My mother taught me how to handle such situations. Like when I used to go to school without breakfast, like I was able to, tolerate and say that, yes, even after I come back, I'll see that, that I have to recognize, I have to realize, okay, this was my mistake. I'll make it a point that next day I get up early in the morning. So that was the values. But today it is coming up into vengeance, into grudges. My mother did this to me, I'm not going to talk to her. That is, the day will not be too far for us to see whatever we are seeing in the Western countries, once in a year they meet the mother, once in 6 months they meet the mother, once in spring. I have so many friends across the world, they say, today we are going to meet the mother. So, it was something very weird. Now it's becoming common thing, even nowadays we see most of our children, we live in the native and our children are in the metro cities. They don't come to us. And the situation also has become like that. The situation also has become, because of lockdown, they are not able to come. But again, thanks to the technology where, at least we're able to keep that contact. So what I would like to say with these kind of cases is the moral values which you are going to build as a mother. Please build it so strong that they value you. Make them feel the absence now, not after you're absent. Not after you're absent. After the absent, nobody will feel that. Make them feel. Don't cook them for one day, and then you say, okay, you cook for me. not as in punishment, as in give away, as in take away. So when you do that, they will also understand, oh, mom takes so much of, pain to cook in the kitchen. Because one time they cut the onions, for sure they'll cut their fingers. But mom is cutting every day, but she's not cutting her fingers. So that is because she's doing it with love. And this, you're doing it as an takeaway. So that is what I would always tell all the would-be mothers. This is where my research is, early childhood, early childhood, early childhood development. I always tell the mother, when the child is in the womb, try to pamper the child, try to teach the child from your womb, not after the child is born. That's why we say there is a prehistory of 9 months before the child is newborn. So this is where we have to build the values to all the mothers down there. Please put these values in them so that they value your old age.
Okay.
And all my children today, all over, like I have received hundreds of messages today. So that's the biggest gift.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Hassan. Now I understand why your children call you Hitler, because you are also very strict. So they are not wrong in that way. Thank you very much, Dr. Hassan. Now I would like to call Dr. Priyadarshini. Dr. Priyadarshini, Doctor, are you there? Yes. At very young age, you got so much fame, Mrs. World, and going to the stages, etc. Now, when you were receiving the crown, when it's a cloud9 moment. At that moment, have you thought of your mother?
Yes, sir. That was the moment I wanted to live forever. When I was almost a finalist, and they were just to announce the name of the winner. They announced the name of the first runner-up, second runner-up, then the winner. Then I was almost sure that it's me. Then I just remembered my mother first and my 2 daughters, because before I had to leave for the pageant, the first permission or the discussion I did was with my daughters, and the second was with my mother. And when I got thumbs up from 3 of them, I felt this, if I win the crown, that I owe to my mother and my 2 daughters. So that was the most memorable one, and I will always remember it till my end. And if she wouldn't have supported me, I don't think I would have gone, because I had to leave my 2 daughters with my mom and dad, since my husband is working overseas, out of India. It was really challenging. I don't know what I would have done with my 2 daughters, where to leave them and go. I wouldn't have thought of it, of going out of India and participate in the pageant. So that was one, that is one small, it is not a small thing. It is if I am today, that is because of my mother, the support. She's keep on guiding me. You do like this, you don't worry. I will take care of your children. You don't worry. You just go, concentrate on your pageant, win and come. That is where, I felt my children are in a very safer place, where I need not have to worry or anything. And I just enjoyed, I could do the best, whatever I could do there. And, I won the pageant, and I owed to my mom. Openly I have told last time also, it is because of the support of a woman. Again, mom is a woman, my daughters are girls. Again, this is a support system what we have for each other. Our emotions can be understood by us, from the women only. If a woman understands other women's emotions or whatever she's going through, then only we will get a proper path in our career, as well as whatever we do. If I'm doing a social work, again I must have to say it is my mother who has always supported me. And if I still remember when I was 18 years old, I got my driving license, and I was scared to start my vehicle. And when I finished my medical and came home, she gifted me a car that time, and I was really scared. I said, no, I'm not going. She said, no, go sit in the driver's seat. Then she said, you start, go, you learned how to drive, you go start. And in a steep I went and stopped, and she was next to me. And when I was just losing this clutch, it was coming down. She said, don't worry, you try. In that steep also, I still remember today also, she's sitting next to me. Don't worry, you are going to do it. And if I'm a good driver today, I mean, I have to say, otherwise I wouldn't have touched the car. Every moment, it is small example I gave, but every moment, whatever I did, whatever I have achieved, I owe to my mother. And every woman out here, I think she will owe to her mother, because whatever we are today, it's only because of her sacrifice.
Thank you very much, Dr. Priyadarshini. Now my question goes to Ms. Kirti Khanna. Ms. Kirti Khanna, you can very well tell about your, if any things are there, but being a senior post, you are in an organization, many times it happens that the juniors of you or the employees take an excuse that my mother is not well, or I have to take my mother to the hospital or something like that. At that time, how you react? Whether you just say no, nothing doing, you are just taking excuses for taking leave, or you really think in that way that yes, if somebody's mother is suffering, then I must be considerate. What you say about that, as well as if you want to share on any other of your things which are left in the first round.
Well, sir, very rightly you have asked, because working in corporate, we are many times under stress also, and now most of the, in fact, most of the government offices, you can say not only private, there are, I mean, shortage of manpower. So, and in this pandemic time also, sir, I mean, even 50 to 60%, and to my surprise, when I called up in my Singrauli plant, where currently I'm posted, though I'm on childcare leave, and I'm really thankful to government for providing this 2 years childcare leave to women employees who in under extreme difficult conditions they can take. But it's for women employees. Many a time I thought that men also, yeah, why not? Men also need such type of leaves. Why only women? So in my, abhi to I'm on childcare leave, but during my days, whenever any of my male executive came to me for any kind of leave, maybe due to illness of his mother or daughter or son or wife, we willingly, I mean, I willingly used to say, you please take care of your personal things first, because if there is a family happiness, then only you can give your maximum input to organization. And really, I would say, and I will salute to my NTPC also, we had a very good family culture over here. I mean, hardly in any instances, any of our male or women, both employees, they were deferred from any kind of, I mean, leaves. We always get, sir, whenever we are in need, and not only women, even male employees also. Yeah, there is a humanitarian, I mean, touch still in our organization, and it should be there in all the organization, I would say. Because, sir, see what happens, unless and until we are happy at the family front, I mean, we cannot give the output that we can to our organization. An organization also has to see, yes, they have to cater their employees. They have to see where they are, I mean, lacking in their family fronts. In fact, in this COVID time, sir, I would like to share that NTPC has a lot of casualties. Many of our employees has come. We are daily, I mean, hearing news of 4 to 5, and we are really going in a very painful stage. But yes, just recently, 2 days back, our organization has given us consent that all the employees who's, I mean, who are no more due to this COVID, their wife or their dependents, they will get, I mean, the family retention, that quarters, they will get the education facility, they will get the medical facilities. So yes, organization is taking care. Recently in Noida, where I'm residing, we are seeing, sir, so much hue and cry for oxygen, beds, ventilators. Sir, I lost so many of my friends. I lost one of my best friend husband. And my organization has taken up the step now. They have recently opened 30-bed oxygen bed in institute from where I have completed MBA, because now we are studying online. All the courses, all the offices are going online. So they have converted that into the bed. So yes, sir, this humanitarian touch should be there all across the country, all across the world. And that's what I would like to say.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Khanna. Now my question goes to Ms. Sheena. Ms. Sheena, your upbringing was in India.
Yeah.
And last, I think 16, 17 years, you are in UK, London. Now, what difference? Because here, once you reach there, your children's brought them up, your upbringing for the children were in UK, and you are upbringing in India. What difference you found in the upbringing and the role of mother? Because the role what you have seen of your mother in India, now in UK, your role with your children, as well as the role of other mothers which you might be meeting and seeing how they are upbringing, whether there is a difference between an Indian mother or an English mother. Ms. Sheena, please.
As Dr. Ruxana said, it just completely depends how your mother has brought you up. So exactly in the same way I have brought up my kids. And I think all the moms in the world, when it comes to security or taking care of kids, they all are same. So there is no difference at all bringing up child. It's just how you put values in them. The way my mom has put the values in me, I want exactly in the same way. Maybe they'll realize it later. And same it goes with the English moms as well. They want their kids to have the same culture and everything they follow. They want their kids to do that. Maybe if not now, definitely they're going to realize it very soon. Yes.
Okay. So thank you. Thank
So
you.
there is no difference.
So
At the end, just
according-
I would just say, माँ तो बस माँ होती है, तेरी माँ या मेरी माँ कहाँ होती, which is very true. It's just the mom one word.
Yes. Meri maa teri maa kahan hoti hai. Yesterday, when we were doing the show of on the Red Cross Society, Reverend Father Robbie was on my show, and he mentioned that when I will understand you, then the society will change. When I will give value to you, then the society will change. Similarly, when we will understand Meri maa or teri maa kahan hoti hai, maa to maa hoti hai, then definitely the change will be there. Thank you very much, Ms. Sheena. You were why you were afraid about coming to the show? You have so much good thoughts. That is what our media conference is. We want the people should come and talk freely so that the viewers can get the views, and they can also come on our show whenever they feel like, because we are not interested to bring only those celebrities of hi-fi names so that only those people are coming and talking and doing tutu meme or shouting. No, we want the real persons who can speak from the heart. The other media conference I was doing with youth, and somebody said that one should do in a very honest way. So I said, yes, honest communication is the best. I was doing a show on the role of youth in communication. And so they said, what is honest communication? Honest communication is like mother and a child. That is honest. That is from the heart. Mother knows what child want, and the child knows what mother is want to say right now, although they are not understanding anything because the child is very small. So that is what today we require. We require in this society and this difficult time, we must go back to the same time when we are sitting in the lap of a mother. I just received a video. I cannot show it because it might be copyright, but the video is beautiful. They say that's a short film, one in some award-winning film, where a man draw one figure on the ground, and while drawing a figure, and then he lie down. And when the camera was zoomed, it was shown that it was a mother lap, which he has drawn on a ground, and he is just sleeping in that on a ground. So one can understand there is no boundaries, whether you are in India or anywhere in the world, mother will remain mother. Thank you very much, Ms. Sheena. Now, I would like to go to Dr. Ruxana. Dr. Ruxana, what you would like to say to the youth or to anyone in the society about taking care of mother, and your advice, because now you are a grandmother, so you have seen all the stages from your grandmother to your mother, to then you become the mother and then grandmother. So what advice you would like to give so that the people who we feel today that they are not having that love and affection, although today's discussion, it's coming out that the love affection is there, but the realization is not there right now. So what is your message for them?
My only answer for this question is again a question to all the youths down there who are listening to this. What has your mother done for you? Just ask a question. Okay? You take a small pinch of black pepper, okay, and just try to take very small pinch and just try to put it on your eye and see how your eye burns. See how your eye burns. Just imagine the mother who has taken you in the womb for 9 months, 9 days, 7 months, 8 months, who has developed that one drop of water into a beautiful creation of you. What is the process what she has undergone? Can you repay her back? Irrespective of whatever she has done, whatever she has been doing for you, she may be a very strict mother, she may be a very denying mother, she may always say no to whatever you have done, she may show all her frustration to you, she may not give whatever you want for all the comparison with all your friends and other things. The only one realization of one small pinch of the black pepper and just put it on your tip of your eyes. See the pain. Are you able to tolerate it? How did she undergo this process of developing you, creating you, giving her life at risk and giving birth to you? Just remember those processes. And if you have never hugged your mother, just irrespective of whatever she has done, just go back today, give her just a small hug and see what real mother is. The only thing to all the bacha logs, to all the youths down there, or to all the daughter-in-laws, to all the son-in-laws, every one of us have undergone this process to give to you all what you have today. So there is a huge thing, as the Lal Goyal said, when Almighty was creating a woman, he took such a long time, and somebody, one of the angels asked, why are you taking so much of time? He said, because she's in replacement of me. That is a 100% statement. She is a replacement of. And I, in my previous talk also, I said that she will be able to take care of 10 children, but 10 children are not able to take care of one mother. I have many cases right now in my cases. Right now, I'm having such cases, and it is so difficult to convince the daughter-in-law or to convince the son-in-law. Just she's at the last stage. Please don't put her in the old age home. Especially the mothers, who have long-term sickness like cancer, like diabetics are normal thing. What we see, some kind of skin infection. These are the mothers where it will be very difficult for people like us, or counselors, or the psychologists, psychiatrists, physicians, the doctors. It will be very difficult for us to treat them because they don't need medicine. They just need love.
Okay, thank you. They just need love, says Dr. Rukhsana. Now my question goes to Dr. Priyadarshini. Dr. Priyadarshini, given a choice now that your children, your daughters would like to follow the path what you have followed, they will like to go for a beauty pageant, etc. Would you allow them as a mother what your mother has done few years back, whether you will also allow them, or your thinking or your things have changed, your psychology has changed? Dr. Priyadarshini.
Going to a beauty pageant, it's not a sudden decision, or just someone can just go to that. Before that, they have to learn some morals, some ethics. What are the important things of being a good human being? That is very important. I want them to learn that first. And if they feel, if they get the opportunity, definitely I would like to support them. But before that, I want them to be a good human being, like how my mother has guided me, how she has supported me. The same way I will definitely support them. But there is lots of challenges we have to go across. It is not just suddenly you go to one page and just, it is not something which everything from outside it looks very glamorous and easy. But to represent and to come out as a winner, you need to inculcate so many good things in you. It's not outer beauty, it is the inner beauty you have to build up. What I always tell them, like how my mom was there, I have become like my mom. I want you also, when you grow as a mother, I want you also to be a good mother. For that reason, you have to what mama says, you also have to follow it. And they were saying, what gifts you want, mama, today? I said, I don't want any gift. I want you all to follow, help me in small household courses. You be with me, spend time with me. That's a beautiful gift. It is not the, commercial thing, as you have, sir has said, it has become a kind of commercial of sending bouquets, gifts, that is it. We don't want all those things. We want your time. We want you to learn good things, good ethics, moral values, and respect your elders, and be a good human being. You will come out like, a good human being, as well as whatever you want to, achieve in your life. Maybe it's a beauty pageant, or you want to achieve anything else. Being a mother, I will be there, and I think every mother will be there, behind their daughters or children or sons, whoever it is. And that's
Okay.
what.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Priyadarshini. Now my question is to Ms. Kirti Khanna. What message you want to give the mothers like you who are struggling in this COVID time very badly, as you have mentioned that so many lives casualties are happening, but how you would like to console those children whose mothers, as you have also mentioned, lost in this in a short time, please, paucity of time. So what message you want to give to the mothers?
Actually, in this pandemic time, as we are seeing so many casualties, I would request all the mothers, because yes, it's rightly said by one of our panelists, that mothers are the world to us. So losing a mother at this tender age of, I've seen so many cases like where a 10 days baby or a 1 month baby is born and they lost their either mother or father. It's really a very tragic and heartbreaking news. So I just don't know how to console them. This is not even a time we can go there and give our shoulder to cry. So I'm really short of words. I don't know how to console them, but yes, I would like to advise all of the mothers, why only mothers, all of us, to please take care of us, stay at home, don't go outside unnecessary, and try, like as rightly said one of our panelists, that yes, if it is needed, you can quit the job for some time or take leave or just try to do work from home or manage from your leaves. Because see, if a mother is lost, the whole world is lost for a child, for a family. So I don't know, how I can console all
Okay.
this of with words, but yes,
Okay.
I'll just share one line. Like in my organization recently, they have opened one-to-one net counseling where psychologists are taking care of all these kids, all of our family members and dependents, and they're counseling. So I think even in a country also such facilities should be given to all of us in this
Okay.
difficult time. Such counseling should be available.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Sheena, what new things you want to teach your children which you think your mother has not taught you? Or in other words, if you found that mother has lacking something which you do not, you don't want to not repeat it, and you want to give more things which you feel, I don't know whether you feel that your mother has not taught you properly or not giving those values which you want to give to your child. Ms. Sheena.
No, there's nothing at all. But yes, I want my child to learn no, because my mom have never said no to me. This I actually want. My mom should have stopped me for many of the other reasons, but she never said no. But I want my child to learn and listen when I say no. That's the only thing, because being an only child, I was so pampered that she never said no. Whatever I said, she says okay. So yeah, that's
Okay.
the only thing.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Sheena. So today, viewers, you have seen that although we are said that we are celebrating Mother's Day, but it was a very, very emotional day for all of us, including me, all our guest panelists. The way I used to conduct my media conference today was a very, very different way. But why not? When we are talking of mother is an institution. Mother, you cannot even think about any lacuna in your own mother. And that's what all our panelists has mentioned. And I'm sure all the viewers agree with this. Only my request to all those who wants to send their mother or father or the parents to old age home, please think whether they have also asked you to sleep somewhere else when you are wetting the bed, when you are crying in the night, when they were disturbed. When no, then why you are thinking like this? Just bear with them. After all, any elderly person become like a child. Thank you very much for giving your views. And today's program has been live telecasted by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Newsgaon se Samvad Sarokar News, as well as it was shown live on Facebook and YouTube. And our endeavor is to bring to you every day a new topic. And tomorrow, our topic is in the media conference with Lal Goyal at 10:30 a.m. COVID returns, impact on employability. And our panelists are Professor Dr. Vinita Rai, Registrar Evaluation, School of Social Work, Roshni Nyalaya, Mangalore. Dr. Lakshmi Mohan, Director, ITM Business School, Navi Mumbai. Dr. C.K. Manjunath, Student Welfare Officer, Shri Madhva Vardaraja, Institute of Technology and Management, Udupi. So please tune in tomorrow for media conference Lal Goyal at 10:30 a.m. Thank you very much, Dr. Rukhsana Hassan. Thank you very much, Dr. Priyadarshini. Thank you very much, Ms. Kirti Khanna. And thank you very much, Ms. Sheena Juneja Vamri, for joining us and giving so much real and emotional views. And thank you all the viewers for, and once again, happy Mother's Day to you all. Thank you very much.